Hi, I'm Jesse, and in this video I'll be sharing 3 minor scale formulas that you can use to play these minor scales starting anywhere on the keyboard. In a previous video I shared the formula for building a major scale that you could use to start anywhere on the keyboard and play a major scale. This video is meant to give you the same tools, so that you will not need any other reference in order to play these minor scales. The first minor scale I'll share with you is the melodic minor. The difference between the melodic minor and the major scale formula is simply that the lower tetrachord or 4-note grouping has the third flatted or lowered by a half step. Here's the major scale. And remember the formula: starting note, 2 whole steps and a half step, up a whole step, 2 whole steps and a half step. Now for the minor scale, we only change the 1 note, the third going up. Starting note, whole step, half step, whole step, up a whole step to the second tetrachord, starting on G, then 2 whole steps and a half step. That's the upward progression for the melodic minor scale. Now coming down in the melodic minor scale, in classical music, you would think of it as the going up, the 6th and 7th degrees are natural, and coming down, the 6th and 7th degrees are flatted. So here's the second tetrachord of the melodic minor, starting on the 5th, G, going up 2 whole steps and a half, and turning around, starting note of C, going down, and come down a whole step, and half step, and then finish your downward progression, dropping a whole step to the second tetrachord, F, down a whole step, down a half step, down a whole step. That's your melodic minor. Here it is all together. Starting note, whole step, half step, whole step, up a whole step, 2 whole steps and a half step. Coming down, starting note, 2 whole steps and a half step, down a whole step, half step, whole step. The next minor scale I'll talk about here is the natural minor. The natural minor scale has the same notes as the major scale, a minor third above it. Start on the note C, up a whole step, half step, whole step, which is the same opening tetrachord or first tetrachord for every minor scale. Then we go up a whole step for the second tetrachord, starting on the 5th note, in this case G. Now the next 3 notes are going to be the same notes you would find in the E flat major scale. Starting on that G note, go up a half step, whole step, and whole step. Again, starting on that 5th note, up a half step, a whole step, and a whole step. You may notice here that the intervals are the opposite of the major tetrachords formula for starting note, 2 whole steps, and a half step. Instead, this is starting note, a half step, and 2 whole steps. So here's your natural minor scale starting on the C. Up a whole step, half step, whole step, up a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. Now, the same notes that you play in an E flat major scale could be taken down to that 6th degree below, and you get your natural minor scale. Here's the E flat scale. And then here's the C natural minor. If I want to play the natural minor starting somewhere else, let's say I want to start on the key of F. Now I'm going to go whole step, half step, whole step, up a whole step, now half step, and 2 whole steps. That gives me the same notes that I would find in the A flat major scale, which is a minor third above the F. Here's the A flat major. And now the F natural minor. The last minor scale I will talk about is the harmonic minor. And this one has a unique feature that in the second tetrachord there is an interval of a minor third, or you could think of it as a step and a half. So here's the harmonic minor starting on C. Same tetrachord for all the minor scales at the beginning. Starting note, whole step, half step, whole step, then up a whole step to the second tetrachord, half step, minor third, half step. Again, that second tetrachord starting on the 5th degree of the scale, up a half step, up a minor third, up a half step. If I want to start that harmonic minor scale somewhere else on the keyboard, say I want to start it on A flat, I'll use the same formula. Starting on A flat, up a whole step, a half step, and a whole step, up a whole step to the second tetrachord, now half step, minor third, and half step. And there you have it. Those are the tetrachords that make up the formulas for the 3 types of minor scales. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and any questions or comments, please list them as well.